I cashed out everything. I went all in. Right now, I'm currently in Cyprus. The trip is currently ended. I've been here for 1 month. This is just a documentation video to update you on my status, what I'm doing, and actually making sure I document this part of my journey. So previously on my last video, I was stuck back home. I landed my first biggest offer, which was 2K a month British pounds. I traveled from Australia and I went back home to recoup, replan with everything. And then I'd say about a month later, I decided to go all in, cash out all my crypto, decide that I'm gonna go fully into ads. So I've now found a team where I'm gonna be fully going into fulfillment and hiring. I'm going all in. Essentially, I've gone all in. I've cashed out. I've literally took the biggest risk of my life. I've been living in penthouses. This is a beach right behind me, but right now it's dark and I decided I need to make a late video. But it is what it is. I'm just glad I've got this documentation out right now. And I just wanna actually, well, the light is off, but we'll roll with it. I just want to make sure I've documented this part of my journey. I know this isn't going to be like a million view video, but this is for me to put out there my next steps. I'm going all in with ads. I've hired a content guy, so I'm now going to be hopefully sending out one piece of content every single day for my Instagram business. So a little bit of backstory if someone decides to watch this, when I've made it, when I've actually got advice for everybody, when I'm doing 500,000 a month. A little update, I'm on 3K a month right now, £3,000. It's kind of like 4K, but we're doing a little test phase. So we're at $4,000 a month right now. I've decided to cash out pretty much like $16,000 and put this all into ads, moving out. As you can see, well, the little setup behind me, I've moved out with my best mate, and he's a high ticket closer. He's smashing it, and it's motivated me to go all in. And he's actually set me up with a lot of people, with actually building out my offer, going out with a team, getting dialers, getting closers, getting everything set up for me to go all in and essentially make it. And I knew I held myself back. In my journey, I knew that I was like, there's one more step. One more phase and I'll make it. All the way through my journey, I knew. And it was as if I procrastinated and I just didn't want to take that step. So I feel like my friend have actually pushed me to do it. Forced me kind of be like, right, you've got to do it now, because now or never. And I feel that. And everything's just piecing perfect. I'm currently in Cyprus. My next bookings is Croatia. I've got Greece, then I'm coming back for Christmas. I believe the date right now is the 30th of September or the 1st of October. So yeah, we're currently at $3,000 right now. And I just want to say I've had the absolute best time. My trip has been unbelievable. I've been dressing the way I want to, and I've just chucked this quick top on, but I've been dressing like that version of myself that I always knew that I wanted to be. What I envisioned when I first got into this, making money, building my dream life. Them visions, and I'm living it, I'm doing it, and how good that feels. Like I've had the best time of my life, and I know every single year, every single day, it's just gonna be getting better and better because I've chose to do this, and I know you're probably doing this as well if you're watching this, even though this is more of like a documentation video. But I know that when I blow up and I've hit that 100K mark, and I'm sure some of you are gonna check this video out and be like, was it real? Did he really start from the bottom, or have he always just had that money and decided to make up some bullshit and sell something? But no, I'm really doing this. From the start, this journey has been, it's been unreal. My confidence, I feel like my confidence has just shot through the roof. I feel like I'm becoming the man that I knew that I was, but I held myself back. And I think a lot of that come from being in the same town. A little bit of backstory again. I moved to Australia for a year. I decided to travel the world, and I worked a 9 to 5 job. I stopped my agency. I've been doing my agency around about a year and a half then. just going in and out. I had a relationship, so I went fully in, although I was bought into a course, tried my absolute best. But when you have a relationship with someone, there's those mind games where you feel like you should be giving them more time, but then you want to focus on your business. And I was kind of just stuck in two minds, so I could never really go all in, although I was trying my absolute best. So then we split up, and then I decided to go to Australia. I went to Australia, had the best time of my life, couldn't have been any better. Lived in a hostel for, I believe, 10 months. Best time of my life, absolute best of my life. I 100% recommend everybody to literally just go for it, move out your town, whatever, if you're rich or poor, whatever side of the spectrum you go on, you need that experience. It starts sparking like, right, this guy has this, I see this, different women, different people, and you're like, wow, my mind is just blown. And it was really a massive eye-opener for me. And then I knew that I always wanted to travel. So then 10 months went by, and right at the end, I've been working, although I wasn't doing my calling, wasn't doing the agency, I was building something. I was watching Alex and Mosey, school came out, and I was scripting this idea of building an academy for med spas, which was a niche I was already working for in the agency space. So this is gonna be level 2, but right now I need to focus more on the marketing aspect, and then we'll move on to the academy, which I built in Australia. And trust me, this is future, you're gonna see it all come out. This will probably be my 200 to 300k mark, including the agency, that little twist I've added on. But then yeah, I pieced up and I built this offer to my client, absolute my dream client. Like I manifested it, I don't know what it was, but he's my perfect client, and it is my first high ticket client, which was £2,000 per month. That was mind blowing for me, because I was stuck at like £500 was max, and I was like, oh my god, I got £500 a month. So it just broke the barrier that you can kind of charge what you want, but you've got to fulfill that aspect as well. So yeah, I landed my first high ticket offer, going back home, and then I had to get everything starting back. And then it was just this grind. But I went back home in a small town in Wales where nothing has changed. Although you've just traveled the world. You've gone and traveled the world and seen life and that nobody knows about. I done it with my mates. And you see everything like, oh my god, nothing's changed. I need to make this. So I kind of drove myself crazy for the month that I was back. I think I was back for 2-3 months actually. That time that I was back, it was amazing seeing people, but oh my god, it drove me crazy. Absolutely crazy. And I was like, right, I've got to go all in. And then I closed the client just before I started to go all in, which just reinforced that behavior, like, right, this is definitely the best option for me right now. I need to do this. And yeah, I was like, right, cashing out everything, gonna go all in on ads. I haven't set up my ads yet, but I've just hired my content creator. The content, I'm gonna be doing a lot more content for my business aspect. This personal branding is gonna be more documentation style, until that I actually, well, I know I could give you value right now. I know how to close people, I know how to build everything, but I want to make sure that I've got that 50,000 per month, 20,000 per month, 200k per month, to be like, trust me, I know the process, I will help you all through this. But yeah, so I decided to go all in. Now I'm here, and oh my god, has it all been worth it? That's a resounding yes. Every single thing that's happened has just been everything that I didn't know I wanted, which I knew I wanted. I know that don't make sense, but it does in my head. Life has been absolutely great, and this is just a documentation on where I'm at, what I'm about to do, and just like that little kickstart to keep the YouTube rolling, so you can see that it ain't all full of shit. I'm not all full of shit. I did come from nothing. I'm doing the process which you want to do. You want to build that online business, travel the world, travel Europe, do everything. I promise you, I know that dream. I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now, bro. I'm doing it. I want to document it. But I find it very hard to document each and every day, because there's so much you have to do. And to document it, and then, yeah. So I'm gonna make the money. I'm gonna come on you, little milestones, update you all the time. Yeah, I'm so grateful. And the last thing I want to say, I don't actually have my cross on me, it's over there. But God, this is all for God. God has got me here. God is everything. Jesus is everything, and I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for God and Jesus. I could go all into that, but I've come so much closer with my God. And I promise you, if you surrender to Jesus and God, you will truly find your path, that confidence. It will clear all away your anxieties, all your problems, and God will make it clear for you on what you need to do, and you'll experience life at its peak. And I'm not much of a preacher. I'm reading the Bible. I'm trying to. I'm definitely gonna go to church. I've never been before. I've never been religious, and I found my way through God, through my struggles and traumas. And God was the one that was there for me when I really couldn't find or look to nobody. But yeah, this is enough waffling for now. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to make this video right now before I'm about to go back home. But yeah, sorry for not documenting as much as I could, but right now, $3,000, just about to start ads, got a content team in. Let's go. This is real awesome, and we're out.